With the first one, we've seen this one, these kind of problems in the previous class. Okay, to just recap, I'm just going to solve a few more problems here. Let's do this one. Okay, they are asking us to find the measure of the indicated angle. With this particular reference angle, we have this to be opposite side and this is adjacent. The trigonometric ratio that comes to our mind when we have opposite and adjacent is nothing but tan. So we will use tan of x equals opposite over adjacent, which is 6 over 15. Okay, from inverse trigonometric function, whenever we have tan x equals a, I can say that x equals tan inverse of a. This is from our inverse trigonometric function. Okay, x equals tan inverse of a. Now we can find x, that is going to be tan inverse of 6 over 15. Substitute this in calculator. Make sure the mode is in degrees. Then you'll have the angle measure in degrees. So I'm just checking for mode. Mode is in degrees. I'm using a TI calculator. First, tan inverse is got by clicking second and tan inverse. Second and tan, which becomes tan inverse. Then in bracket I have 6 divided by 15. So that gives me 21.801 degrees. Okay, very important to round up to third decimal on your test. I will be asking once again to round up to third decimal accurately. Okay, I will do one more problem. A person hang gliding at an altitude of 300 feet is over a spot 2250 from an area of the soft grass where he would like to land. Okay, at what angle of depression should he see the grass? Okay, angle of depression in the sense I should have always angle of depression in this manner. I don't know this particular angle. Let me call this angle as x. At an altitude of 300 feet, which means this particular height is 300 feet. Okay, is over spot 2250 feet from an area of a soft grass where he would like to land. Okay, this is the grass area where he has to land and it's 2250 feet. Okay, this is 2250 feet. They are not saying the horizontal distance, they are saying the distance from where the person is located to the that of the grass where he is supposed to land. Okay, in this problem we have uh, the angle involved is here. This with reference angle as this. We will have this to be adjacent side and this is hypotenuse. So adjacent over hypotenuse is nothing but cos. So cos x equals adjacent over hypotenuse, that is 300 over 2250. So if I perform 300 over 2250, or you don't even have to perform, you know from inverse trigonometric function you can first get x equals cos inverse of 300 over 2250. So just substitute this in your calculator altogether. cos inverse this part on the right side, you substitute to get the angle. Once again, make sure the mode is in degrees. So cos inverse of 300 over 2250. Okay. So you'll have 82.338. 82.338 degrees. I hope I have solved few problems clearly for you. I want you to try the problem on the next slide. Okay, I'll give you some hints. Once you have the answers, you may. We will use this using lopsides later. But this is 41 degrees, so first find the edge. I'll give you exactly 2 minutes, then we will start. Okay, just try this particular problem. Once again over here, with reference angle as 41 degrees. This is going to be the opposite, and this is going to be the hypotenuse. Okay, I can say that here I can say that whenever opposite and hypotenuse are involved, we can use sine ratio. I can use sine of 41 degrees equals opposite, that is h, over hypotenuse, that is 70. Further simplify this, cross multiply to get 17 times sine 41 degrees equals h. Put that in calculator to get your value of h, that is 70 times sine 41, which gives us 11.153. Okay, let me not round here because final answer is AC. So whenever till the final answer, do not round at all. So keep this as 11 point, keep as many decimals as possible. 1530034, right? Okay, I'm not rounding. I'm just keeping everything because I will round only at the final step, that is AC. I need to find AC. Now I have this, and this is 37 degrees. With those as 37 degrees as the reference angle, I will have this once again to be the opposite, and this is the hypotenuse. Okay, so once again I can use sine 37 degrees equals opposite, which is 11.15300349, over hypotenuse, which is I don't know, so I'll just call it as AC. Now cross multiply to get AC equals 11.1530039 divided by sine 37 degrees. Okay, let's substitute that in calculator, and that gives us 18.532. So AC is going to be 18.532 centimeters. I hope this is clear. Let's see the next slide. Okay, we are coming to the new topic, which is called as law of sides. For example, before seeing the example, let's read what is the law of sides. It says that whenever we have a triangle ABC has a sides length A, B, and C, okay, as shown. For example, this is supposed to be B, and this is supposed to be C. Then we can say that side A over A equals side B over B equals side C over C. This is the figure. So if I have triangle ABC, the side opposite to capital letter A is your small a. The side A is always opposite to this capital letter A, and small b is opposite to the angle B, and small c is opposite to the side opposite to angle C. Okay, then we can say that this particular proportion is true. Okay, note down this one, and we will see few problems based on that. For example, here I can find various things. I can find angle A, I can find C and B using law of sine. So let's try the first one. So I'll have sine A over A equals sine B over B equals sine C over C. Let's substitute whatever they have given us and then we can find the missing things if we are solving the triangle. So first, A is not given, so keep it as sine A. Opposite to A is given, so this small a becomes 12.8. Then B is given, so sine B is sine of 107 degrees. But they haven't given us this particular B, so let's keep it like this. Okay, sine C is this particular sine of 43.6 over small c. This is what we can write using law of sines. Okay. Can we further solve this problem? We can definitely solve this because we know that angle A is what? Using triangle sum theorem, I can say A equals 180 minus 107 minus 43.6. Okay, let's substitute that in calculator. 180 minus 107 minus 43.6, which gives us 29.4. A equals 29.4. So now I can solve this particular triangle. So I can say sine of 29.4 over 12.8 equals sine of 107 over B. Okay, this is one part, and I can use this and get the value of C as well. So sine of A was 29.4 over 12.8 is also equal to sine of 43.6 over C. Let's do one at a time. Let me complete this B part. Cross multiply. So I'll have B times of sine of 29.4 equals 12.8 times sine of 107. Then dividing by 29.4, sine of 29.4 on both sides, I'll get B equals 12.8 times sine of 107 over sine of 29.4. So we will get the value of B. Let's substitute that in calculator. 12.8 times sine of 107 divided by sine of 29.4, which gives us 24.935. So I get an angle of 24.93. It's not an angle, it's the side. B small b the side, 24.935 units. Okay, same way let's get this C. Cross multiply. You will have sine of 29.4 times C equals sine of 43.6 times 12.8. Then divide by sine 29.4 on both sides. This will get crossed out, and here I'll have sine 43.6 times 12.8 times sine 29.4. Let's once again substitute this in calculator to get the answer, that is side of 43.6 times, take care of the brackets very carefully, 12.8 divided by side of 29.4, which gives us 17.981. The side C is nothing but 17.981. Okay, let's see the next slide. Now I want you all to try this particular problem. Find first angle D using triangle sum theorem, then solve for D and F using law of sines. Okay, I'll give you like couple of minutes to try this particular problem. And once you have the answers, you may use chat. And let's go over the solution. Okay, let's call this as D, small d. If this is small f, so let's call this as capital F. And let me call this as E, and this is small e. So let's apply our law of sine. So I can say that sine d over d equals sine e over 44, which is in turn equal to e. Also we have the value, so I'll just substitute sine e was 131, so sine of 131 over 44 equals sine capital F, that is sine of 28.5 over n. Okay, we can find angle D first. Angle D is going to be 180 degrees minus 131 minus 28.5, because sum of angles in triangle is 180. So 180 minus 131 minus 28.5 gives us 20.5. So this is 20.5. So we will write sine of 20.5 over D equals sine 131 over 44. We cross multiply this. Further simplifying, I'm just directly writing, you'll have 44 times sine 20.5 equals D times sine 131. And dividing by sine 131 on both sides, I'll get 44 times sine 20.5 over sine 131 equals 6. This is what we will get once we divide by sine 131 on both sides. Substituting that in calculator, we will have 4 times sine 20.5 divided by sine 131. Gives us 20.417. So D equals 20.417. Centimeter, because this was in centimeter. Same way we will see the value of F. Cross multiply these two, so you'll have F times of sine 131 equals 44 times sine 28.5. Then dividing by sine 131 on both sides, we'll get F equals 44 times sine 28.5 over side 131. And let's substitute that in calculus. 44 times side 28.5 over side 131 gives us 27.819. So this is going to be 27.8. Let's see the next slide. Okay, once again, same type. This is the word problem. Hot air balloon is floating above a football field. Two students at opposite ends of the field each measure the angle of elevation from them to the balloon. Cindy finds that the angle of elevation is 71 degrees and Hugo finds that the angle of elevation is 58 degrees. The two students are 300 feet apart. What is the distance from Sydney to balloon? They want this particular distance. Distance from Sydney to balloon, let me call this as x. And they are also asking us how high is the balloon off the ground. So they want even this particular distance. They want this also. Let's how high is the balloon? Okay. Okay, once again, try to work this out. I will call this, instead of using x, let me call this as y. Okay, all of you try to get these values x and y. I'll give you like a couple of minutes, then I'll solve this problem for you. Let's take a look at this particular solution. Okay, first let's find this angle which is not given to us. This angle is going to be 180 minus 58 minus 71. So that is 180 minus 58 minus 71. That becomes 51 degrees. So this is 51 degrees. Using law of sides, I can say that side 51 over opposite side is 300 equals, I'm interested only in this side, I'm not interested in this. So let's take this side and opposite side to that, opposite angle to that is 58. So side of 58 over x. Okay, let's cross multiply this. That gives us x times side 51 equals 300 times side 58. Okay, further dividing by side 51 on both sides. So just divide by side 51 on both sides to get the value of x. Once we divide by side 51 on both sides, this side 51 and side 51 will get crossed out. We can substitute this in calculator to get the value of x. Make sure the mode is in degrees. So once again 300 times side of 58 divided by side of 51. It gives us 327.370. I got an x of 327 times 327.370. 327.370 is your x value. To get the y, observe this particular triangle. With reference to this particular triangle, I have this particular side which is found, that's hypotenuse, and this is your opposite to 71. So I can say that side of 71 degrees equals y over x. And here I can say that side of 71 equals y. I don't have the value of y, but I have the value of x. Y over x, x is 327.370. Or we don't have to round here, so just keep, or you can, it's okay, 327.3702 if you don't round. And further cross multiply on both sides to get sine 71 times 327.3702 equals 1. Otherwise you can just keep 370 also. So substitute that in calculator. Sine 71 times that gives us 309.535. So y equals 309.535. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, what happens if we have two sides at one angle? Okay, observe that law of sides can be applied to any type of triangle, not just right triangle. Whatever you saw here, because this whole thing was not a right triangle at all. This is 58, this is 51, and this is 71. Same way previous problems also. Law of sides can be applied to any triangle. It doesn't have to be right triangle. What happens if we have two sides at one angle? Okay, let's see this one. Solve the triangle. Okay, I'll draw the figure, then I'll give you time to work on this particular triangle. Supposing I have a triangle, C is 104, so let me put this as 104, and opposite to the capital C I have small c, that is A. Okay, A is located here, I don't have the angle, but opposite to that is 12 meters. Okay, and they are asking us to solve the triangle. Okay, these are the three things given. Let's see if we can get this. Okay. All of you try. In case required, I'll step it. Just try. I'll give you like a couple of minutes here. Okay, I've relabeled. Just check and then work on this one. Let's look into this. So here we have first step is the things that are given to us. Side C over C. That is side of 104 over 8 is equal to one that we can find is angle A because we have this as 12 meters. So I can say sine A over 12. Cross multiply this. So you'll have sine 104 times 12. I'll just try to keep side A on this side and keep rest of the things on the left side. Okay. Equals side A. This is what will be our side A. I just multiply 12 on both sides. Instead of cross multiplying, just multiply 12 on both sides because I'm interested in solving side A. So imagine I multiply 12 on both sides. Okay. This 12 and 12 will got crossed out. You have this. So simplify this in calculator. Sine of 104 times 12 divided by 8. That gives us 1.455. Okay. Let's 455. But side value cannot be greater than 1. Let me check. We cannot solve with the numbers that are given. So let's try exchanging this and try uh, solving this particular triangle. we had side C over C, which is 12 this time, and side A over A. Okay. Further multiply by 8 on both sides to get this value. Okay. So you'll have side 104 times 8 divided by 12. That gives us 0.647. Okay. Side A equals 0.647. Let me solve. 0.647. Okay, there was a error in the problem. Make this as 8 and this as 4. Equals side A. Now you can use inverse trigonometric function and find the value of A. So sine inverse of 0.647. Or you can keep the whole number itself. You don't have to this whole thing. You can just keep this whole thing. At the last step we are simplifying, right? So this whole thing you can get whatever number you had, put that whole number because you have to round only at the last step. So keep this as all the numbers that you had. So you got 0.64, 68, 638175, 638175. Okay, equals side B. Now take sine inverse using inverse trigonometric function. I'll get angle A equals sine inverse of this whole number. Sine inverse of 0.64686388175 equals 3. Okay. I substitute that in calculator. I'll get 40.305. Angle A equals 40.305 degrees. Now I can get angle B as well. B equals 180 minus 104 minus 40.305. 180 minus 104 minus 40.305 gives us 35.695. So angle B equals 35.695. Okay. With reference to this, I need to find B. Let's use once again side C over C. Side C over C. C was 104. Side C over C equals side B over B. Side B is side of 35.695 over the small b value which I don't have. Now cross multiply. You'll have b times of side 104 equals 12 times of side 35.695. Okay. Dividing by side 104, I can find the value of b. These will get crossed out and substitute that in calculator. So you have 12 times of side 35.695 divided by side 104, which gives us 7.216. So B equals 7.216. This is how we can solve it. Right. Okay. Almost we are running into time for the quiz. What I'll do is we'll go to the next slide. Okay, you can try this later on. This one is you can try the asynchronous one whenever you get chance, and you can use rest of the class time to take the quiz. Okay, you have rest of the class time to take the quiz. I'll activate the quiz in 30 seconds, and you don't have any other homework. Okay, good luck on the quiz.